And this game is a bag building game as well as a pattern building game, because in this game you're going to be trying to gain resources to put into your bag that you're going to be drawing out each round, and you're going to be spending those resources to perform actions to create a pattern of wildlife and plant life that will score you the most victory points at the end of the game. And each game starts out with the players choosing a number of animal cards that they want to play for this current game. There's quite a lot of different animals that can be played with, and they all behave a little bit differently, so it's going to add a lot of variability from game to game. And in addition to these cards, players will also be able to draw two and choose one, so that they each have their own animal that only they have access to, and that's going to influence the type of patterns that they'll be able to build, creating a little bit more variability from game to game and also among each of the players. Each animal is going to have its placement requirements or restrictions, as well as a special ability that gets activated as soon as a player places one of those animals. But then it's also going to specify how it earns you victory points and what other things players might have to do to try and maximize those points. And in order to do this, players are going to be taking turns drawing a number of tokens from their bag and then spending those tokens to perform actions like purchasing new terrain tiles that they can add into their own personal ecosystem, or purchasing animals, trees, or flowers that they can put onto those terrain tiles. Players can also purchase nature cards that can grant some special abilities or even new opportunities for scoring potential for the end of the game, or players can pay to upgrade the amount of tokens that they can draw on their turn so that they have more actions in the future. Players can also purchase new resource tokens of higher value to add into their bag so that you have a higher chance of pulling out higher value tokens. And then there's also some bonus actions that all players have access to, but you can only use them once a game, and those will do different things like modify your ecosystem in different ways, moving things around, or even removing tokens from your bag permanently if you want to get rid of some of those lower value tokens. And the game continues like this, with players drawing tokens from their bag and then spending those to perform actions until 5 of the 8 shared animal cards have been depleted, and then at that point the game ends on its final round, and then the player with the most victory points wins the game. Really nice looking game here, especially with those animal meeples, and I think this is one that's going to be pretty easy to teach and learn, but it's also going to have a lot of depth and strategy. So if this one sounds like one that you're interested in, I have links in the description below.